There's sister city program, there's exchange scholarship program. They basically paying American the best and brightest the future leaders to study in China. Basically they brainwash them, they corrupt them. Okay, so this is the opportunity, this is the bridge they build, people versus people. Okay, a lot of them not equipped with the ability and the capacity and understanding to basically correctly interpret it, those engagement. They took it as a very friendly gesture. Okay, but no, these are the basically attack. They started the attack long before. This is very methodical, very carefully planned out how they're going to take over you gradually, knowing that at that time when they very first engaging with the free world, they're really poor country. And the poor is not caused by the Chinese people, it's caused by the Communist Party. If you go back, to before the Chinese Communist Party, people are actually have enough food to eat. They're not going to starve, although we have periodic, famine, but it's not going to be full-blown country national-wide famine. But when communists came in 1949, we had a famine after famine and after famine, and we have lost over 100 million people just because of famine.
Wow.
In a very short span of less than 10-15 years. That is the stupidity of this evil regime. So Confucius Institute you mentioned, absolutely, they have picked, if you look into the terms, when they give funding, provide funding to those schools, they pick the poorest school. Okay, they know the poorest school has less resources to resist. Right? So that's exactly the strategy all over the world. Look at the One Belt, One Road. They pick the poorest country and the least country. They don't have the democratic system, the structure to fight back this totalitarian, brutal regime. So that's exactly happened to a public school. If you look at who are those people are most vulnerable for the communist takeover, they are those poorest public schools. And then they give them funding. Then they actually dictates everything. Okay, everything, including what material you're going to teach, who is going to teaching it, how I'm going to pick the teachers. Okay, the Chinese Communist Party actually laid out all the procedures they're going to hire, they're going to train, they're going to provide those teachers. So literally, you basically hand them over, the hen house to the fox.